Ladies and gentlemen, we're back at it again. This is a little bit of a different video from the last one, which we just filmed literally not 30 minutes ago. Was the Stream Deck. Now we're looking at the entire wombo combo of ultimately streaming and recording videos. This time, we're looking at the HyperX. $50 on this from Walmart. It so broke my bank account, literally. Anyway, moving on from that, if you guys have not seen the last two videos that I've posted recently, one was also 30 minutes ago. The other one was a total of a month ago, back in December, when I first filmed it and finished editing it before we went to go and see the Spider-Man movie that Tuesday. It was great. If you want to go and check out the Stream Deck video that I also just recently did, not 30 minutes ago, you can go and click that in the link description. Moving on, starting off with the HyperX Quadcast. One of the things I do like and I wish that was on the S is this little thing right here. See this right here? This is your different modes. You can have it between podcast mode, stereo, uncompressed, and all of that good stuff. I mostly keep it on stereo just because it sounds the best, but podcast also does its job too. Just switch it between those, and it's no problem indeed. Now, this is not hooked up to anything right now. I'm using a different microphone for recording, but if you want to see me sound test this microphone, you totally can. Now, one of the other things I like too, when you can mute the microphone, if you see on top of the Quadcast here, you have this little mute button here. You tap that, and it automatically mutes it, and it doesn't make a sound when you mute it. It's great. So, if you're wanting to walk off stream or wanting to walk off frame, you can just go like, no, not like that at all. You can just go like this, and it mutes it perfectly fine. And the other thing that I do like is how in the little thing right here, you have a little headphone jack. Now this headphone jack most definitely does, you can plug it in from a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack to another 3.5 millimeter headphone jack and plug it into your headphones, and you can hear yourself speaking while you're recording. It's amazing. Also too, I also love how in the box you get a custom thread for the boom arm mic that you can get off of Amazon. Look at the description. Totally not $35 at all. You can get it for the HyperX. Also to the red threaded color of the threads holding the microphone onto its little boom stand. It's really nice as well. It's also nice too how the Quadcast, you can lift it up and down depending on how you like it. I personally like it like this if I'm recording or streaming live. One thing I do not like about this product is the port on it. For the cable for it is, I'm not sure exactly what this cable is called, but here it is. It's an interesting cable, if I can get it in focus here. Interesting cable. Might not be the S version where you can change the color, and it might not only be stuck in red, but you can still do everything that the S does. You can switch its gain. Right here at the bottom of it is a little gain volume, so if it's too loud, you can go ahead and twist this dial down here, which lowers the volume down. Now, going alongside with that, you have a red color on the mic, so when you mute it, it switches off the red, and when you unmute it, the red comes back on for an RGB look. Now, if you look inside your microphone little threshold here, you can see some red, like, I don't know what you call it, like spit guard, I guess, and it protects it from getting into the main microphone from when you talk and you might spit on the microphone and it gets on it, possibly. Also, too, the sturdy stand that you get from this is also a very, very good thing for streaming in general. Very good built microphone stand, very 100% worth it. If you want to pick it up, I will leave it in the link in the description below. Not only do you use this for streaming, but you can also use it for, I don't know, you can use it for PlayStation, you can use it for Xbox, phone, or any good stuff like that. You can even use it for a room mic on the stage as well. So let me go and grab that real quick. You can also use it for a room mic like this here. This is one of the many room mics that we use here at Cornerstone itself, but you can also use the HyperX as a room mic as well. Now, at a whopping $150, you actually get a pretty good built microphone. There's no wrongs with this, but I do want to say one of the things I do really really hate about this microphone is how I can't change the color. It's only stuck to red. HyperX, I get that you love your red, but other people like their, blues and reds and all that. Some people just want to change their color. Now, a really cool thing that you can do with the S microphone that you can't do with the original HyperX Quadcast is change the EQ for it. You can only change your gain on it. It has no downloadable software unless you're using the S. The S is the best, newest microphones that's budget on the market besides the original HyperX Quadcast. Now, if you have the money to throw around at something like this, you might as well go ahead and buy the X for its purposes that's already built, like the HyperX Quadcast, the first version. Now, if I wanted to pick up the HyperX S and do a comparison between the first version of the HyperX Quadcast and go for the second one, I possibly could. But since I already have this one, I don't really want to throw the money around when I can use it for another camera light or something potentially like that. Now, also one of the many things I like about this mic is how you can use it on consoles. Most microphones, besides the Blue Yetis and the HyperX Quadcast, most microphones like the Razer Siren, you can't use on consoles. You can only use on PC. Now, one of those things I do like about how you can use it on PC is it sounds better. Also, like the Blue Yeti, both sound pretty good, but it basically sounds better on PC than console. Now, if you definitely want to use this to record a TikTok, by all means, just get a USB to headphone jack, and you're all set there with no problem. Me, personally, I keep the gain all the way at the second lowest dot, and that's because when you turn it up too high, it makes this really loud screeching sound, and it's not good. So you definitely want to keep it at the second or the lowest dot possible on the gain control. Now, also I always recommend keeping it on podcast mode. That way you can hear sounds over here, or behind the mic. Now, also if you want to keep it on the stereo and compressed mode, that would be even better because then you can only hear yourself from one direction, and that's going this way, facing me. Now again, I could equally say that buying the S is better, but I'm actually going to go with the original first HyperX Quadcast, and that's only because the price, the sound, and the ability you have with the control of the gain, the EQ, and the sound itself from what you're hearing. Now, even though it doesn't have a software control app or software in general, you always still have that control on the microphone, which is a lot better than using an app, because sometimes the app or software just might goof. But like I was saying, besides looking at Instagram for about 5 minutes, the HyperX is definitely a great object to pick up if you have the money and you're on a budget for streaming. Definitely worth it, and definitely 100% go pick it up if you have it right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, then go ahead and subscribe. Hit the like button down below. Comment down below what is the best part of the video. And if you guys really like the HyperX Quadcast, what is your favorite part of its attributes? Thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Later, guys.